Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Off we go from NRG Stadium. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Now man traded away after 7 years as a Bengal. It's Joe Mixon. And that play gets nothing. So, no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it'll be third down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Here we go. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
11. Here we go.
They go play action for Burrow. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the top.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's first and goal. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. Here's Stroud. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Texans. His 4th TD grab of the season. Now, Amy Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's first and 10.
Here we go. 180.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
This one, batted away. It's incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. His kick is good, and the Bengals will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
On play action, Stroud. He finds a man downfield. It's Felton. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
26 yards.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
First down.
Watch
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
On 2nd down, Stroud. And that ball incomplete. Ty Felton, the intended receiver that time. And 3rd down coming up.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. That's going to be intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And the Bengals will take over here just past the 30.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Play action now. It's Burrow. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2nd down, Burrow. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyway. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
11.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
A 53-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Here's Smith to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
Stroud to throw. Here on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Noel that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21. It's good for a Texans 1st down. From the gun, here's Stroud. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
2nd and 10.
On the quick, right?
Now, Stroud is taken in by Felton. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. 31 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Mixon. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 5.
All right.
Throwing is Stroud. Right side, and is brought in by Felton. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. Stroud quickly out to Collins. And he's into the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans are on top. It's 14-10.
Texans 14, Bengals 10.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. 11 MT. Big 13.
Now, faking the give. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible.
Here we go.
Because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Texans who have the early lead. More from Houston. Coming up in a moment. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Right, 80.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll get that to all his tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Now Brown. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
11 MT. Gun. Stop. 12. 11.
They bring the tight end in motion. Now 2nd down throw for Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Derek Stingley. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. This one caught by Felton. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
He'll get that out to Mixon. Running free at the 45. Inside the 20. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 95 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans are out to a 21-10 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
11 MT, Tate. 11 MT, Tate. Here we go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right, 80, 11.
Here's Burrow. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
That'll be taken in by Nixon. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on third down.
Third and 5.
11.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
Stroud to throw here on first down. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. Into space. And he's going to take this into the end zone. Sensational play for the moment. There's a marker down. I don't think he's going to like the result of this flag. Stroud. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. 33 yards. First and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
There, Barron's kick is good. And the Texans are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
At their own 35-yard line.
Offline, ready? Gun.
Burrow, RPO, get it to Chase. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up second and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Here's a second and 9.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete to all the tight ends. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stomped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And he will score. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Oh, hey.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. He's got a man. That's Felton. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. But now a marker comes flying in late behind the line of scrimmage. Might we get a roughing the passer call here? From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
At the 42.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well at the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
All right.
From the gun, here's Stroud. A dive and a catch. Incredible. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
All right.
Back to throw. Stroud. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Texans. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. Safe kick taken at the 5, and a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
On 1, ready?
first and 10, Burrow. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports.
Gun. Cut. 180. 180.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's first and 5.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Here we go.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Dominique Hampton there to bring him down. Here comes third and 6. To throw is Stroud. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. 38 yards.
Goal at the 5-yard line.
Five yards from the house. They've got it first and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Mixon. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
Made at the 3-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Stroud to throw. That is caught. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up third and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone.
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, I wasn't so certain about leaving the offense out there, but they did, and it paid off with a touchdown.
And I love it, Mike. I think we're starting to see this more and more often in today's NFL. Take advantage of field position. Put the trust in your offense. It's exactly what their head coach does here, and certainly pays off.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. Big 13. Big cut.
On first down, Burrow. He'll air one out for Higgins. potentially very big call here. Burrow. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. They bring Chase in motion. Second down. Burrow. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
On the option, they give it to Mixon. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. It is a big-time play for Houston. 31 yards. On play action, Stroud. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll take it on in. Caught, Felton. Touchdown, Texans. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. He'll start at the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Putting the tight end in motion. Burrow now to throw on first down. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
11. Gun.
A first down throw for Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
15 yards on the play. That's another Bengals first down.
12.
First and 10 at the 46.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Moving outside the pocket. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 4. To throw is Burrow. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6.
11.
They send the tight end in motion.
Stop.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Maybe they're starting to count how many possessions do I have left. They're going to try to get another one with an onside kick here. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That's a risky call here, but I understand what they're thinking. You find yourself down in the third quarter. How do we steal some possessions? How do we get the ball back to our offense to cut into this deficit? But now in return, it's your defense that now has the tough task.
They'll run on first down with Mixon. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll go right back to Mixon. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A 2-yard loss brings up third down and 12.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Third and long.
11. Don't worry.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think the two of us kind of looked at each other up here in the booth, Mike, like, oh, a little surprised they're still throwing the ball at this stage of the game with the lead. But when you've had as much success through the air that they've had today, I don't think I can blame them for trying to pad the stats a little bit.
And this one is not going to get there. Not even close. Looked like complications with the snap. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Stroud gonna tuck this one on his own read. And he's gonna have a Texans 1st down by a couple of yards. Able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Texans 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
No gain on the
When you look
play.
throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Stroud. He's got his big tight end. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go. 11, Tom.
Now, Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go, here we go.
The 43-yard line.
Now, Burrow. He'll swing this one out to Brown. That one going nowhere, but a late penalty flag comes in. They may get bailed out here.
11, 11, 11, 11. Here we go.
Back to throw, Burrow. And more of the same. Another interception.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. On the handoff, it's Mixon. Pick up of the 11 yards on that one. 1st down for Houston.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
Here we go.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. And third and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
Here we go. Let's go.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the quick, right?
They'll come up here. First and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
All right.
Second and 11.
118. What's that?
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Here we go.
A tough spot here. Third and long. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Texans. And they made it look easy. Their offense playing at about as high a level as they can play. Defense wasn't too shabby either. And they're able to get the victory here by a rout in grand style. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.